back to Sincerely Be. I'm so excited for today's episode. Today we have such a special guest in the room, Mr. 3-6 Blend.
Oh, yeah.
In the room with us.
Oh, yeah, this is 3-6 Blend signing on. I'm just kidding. My name's Sergio, so if you don't know me, alter ego is 3-6 Blends.
Wait, how did you come up with that name?
So it started off, back when I was in high school, I followed a lot of barbers, but I started cutting hair and I didn't really like my haircuts at first, like all other barbers probably do. And so I wanted like an anonymous profile, so my football number was actually 36, and so I got 3-6 from there.
Cute.
So it's not 3-6 Mafia. Do you remember that rapper group?
Yep.
Everybody asked me that. I'm like, no, it's number 36. And I actually have I made some merch this December for my family. And I have like the number 36 on the bag.
Are you going to sell it?
I want to, yeah.
Oh.
But the first prototype was a rough draft. I'll make it better.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming out here and chatting with me today.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Why? You weren't nervous ahorita. We were talking perfectly fine. Ya te pusiste nervioso.
The cameras, look. TMZ. I'm just kidding. No, I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. And you had told me a long time ago, too. And I like that you actually made it happen.
Yes.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Nice setup, too.
Oh,
and it's going to be better, season 2.
Oop. Let's not say. Well, before we hop into today's episode on a fun thing that we're going to be doing today, let's talk a little bit about you, how you came to be 3-6 Blend.
Okay.
Talk to me about your traumas. And
So, anyways.
No, but I did want to talk to you. So, if you guys don't know Serge, he is a local barber here in the valley. Mm-hmm. How long have you been a barber for now?
Professionally, about 4 years, and I started cutting hair maybe like 8 years ago, but kind of did it as a hobby at first, and then so that you can make money off of it. So it was pretty cool. I really like it. Yeah. I'm passionate about it. It is stressful, just like any other job, but I love it.
Yeah. Cause you went to college, right? Like you went.
Yeah. So I got my bachelor's in marketing actually. And I was gonna drop out to be a barber, but I got convinced by a bunch of my classmates, and they said like you could use business and be a barber, and so it was honestly a pretty good idea because I think I will get tired of cutting hair later in the future, so at least I could fall back on some marketing or something.
That's so cool. I actually didn't know that you got your bachelor's in marketing. Yeah. Like, what did you want to do with that?
So when I first started out, I kind of wanted to work for a corporation like Nike or something like that and do their marketing, but it's so competitive out there, and especially in this little valley, it's a lot of word of mouth, so nobody really uses marketing over here. Yeah. And it has been growing. Like there's a couple of marketing agencies I've seen around here, but they also do work around the whole U.S. Like I don't even know if they will help out any businesses around here or not. I was cutting hair for this one guy that he was in, I think it's called Blue Tent Marketing. And so I was pretty like curious to what he did at work and everything and how he got into it. 'Cause I was going to do an internship there when I was in college. Oh, cool. But COVID happened.
Yeah, aw.
But he didn't even like study anything, and he was in there and he was doing great.
That's so cool. So you finished your degree, and then you're like, okay, screw it. Like, I'm just going to stick to the barber.
Well, it was actually during COVID when I graduated. So the world shut down. I couldn't look for a marketing job or anything. And I kind of took it as a sign, like, I'm not going to sit and just be lazy and not find a job. So I went into barbering, and it is school. Like, you still have to go into the books and stuff, even though they don't think that barbers do that, but way easier than college though, for sure. So college prepared me for that, and barber school was pretty easy. Yeah. The only stressful thing was taking tests. I suck at that, so.
Do you get in your head a lot?
Yeah, especially in barbering. the questions they give you, or they try to mess you up on purpose. So it could be like two answers that sound the same, kind of like your driver's test. They both sound the same, but one of them in the book is correct, and that's what the
Yeah.
one they want.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I failed mine so many times. That's really cool though. But you're liking it so far?
Yeah, definitely. It's different than just like cutting my buddy's hair, you know.
Yeah.
And I would only do like 3-4 haircuts a day. Now I'll get days where I have 14 in a day,
Yeah.
and that's when my legs are tired. But it's all part of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. So when we went out, that one time we went skiing,
Yeah.
dude, you know, like everybody. That was.
Oh yeah.
You literally like anyone like estábamos caminando and everyone would be like, "Oh my God, Serge, hey, Sir," you know, and I was like, "Damn, bro." Do you think like you knew people before you started cutting hair, or like that's when you started meeting a lot more people?
So growing up around here, just like anybody else, you kind of do know everybody. You go to the store and they're like, "Oh, that's so and so's son, that's so and so's brother." So I did know a lot of people, but there's also a lot of new people out here now. So, especially in Aspen, I've noticed a lot of people cycle through. Like winter crowds come through, and then summer crowds come through, and they just come to work. But yeah, the winter crowd I think is the most busiest for me, just because everybody has to look good. All the Aspen restaurants, they're like super picky about haircuts, and you got to stay on top of it or you
Yeah.
get fired.
Damn. Do you ever go to them, or do people usually come to you?
I did start doing house calls at first. It was kind of a waste of my time.
Really?
Well, I would have to like pick up on my stuff, and then I had to go to like, let's say Aspen. So that was an hour just picking up all that, driving over there, and then another hour cutting their hair, and then another hour coming back. So I
Yeah.
could have done like 3-4 haircuts in that time.
For real, because the commute and then just like having to do it. Yeah, that's.
And that traffic in Aspen now, don't catch me in that.
For real. Yeah, it's like we don't live in the city, but now it's like getting crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy.
Too many people out here.
Yeah. Leave. Do you feel like now you have a little bit more confidence with the way that you cut hair? Like, do you have a specific style?
Yeah, so when I first started cutting hair, I watched a lot of YouTube, honestly. That's where I learned how to cut hair for the most part. And I was always changing my routine. So, like, just even cleaning off hairs off of people, like, I would do it differently than when I started out. And you just kind of, like, grow and you kind of find your fastest way of doing it. So, yeah, I am getting faster at it. Still not as confident, though, because you could always keep on improving.
Yeah.
And there's so many good barbers out there now. I follow a bunch of barbers from Denver, California, Texas, Florida, and they amaze me. Like, all these designs, you have like a Denver Broncos logo on people's heads.
They go crazy in their cuts.
It's so creative, and I was always into art. So, like, actually in my room, I have a bunch of art that I drew out myself. I always liked it, and I always wanted to do it on somebody's head, but it's so much different.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been getting into it, but it's definitely different drawing on somebody's head than on a piece of paper, for sure.
Ahorita, like the little.
Can't erase that one. Just come back next week.
Like your hair girl a little bit. That's bad. That'd be funny though.
No, that's best though. I would not do that.
I told Serge, I was like, I'm ready for you to cut my hair. When are you gonna start doing girls' hairs?
My mom's always asking me for haircuts too, and I feel so bad. I do know how to cut it, but it's not gonna come out good.
Yeah. Like, what about like trims and stuff?
I do a couple trims. I do have some moms that'll bring their kids in. They're like, just trim like an inch off of it, and I'll do that. But when they start getting into layers and curling hair, I probably forgot how to do that. I knew how to do it in barber school, but I haven't done it in so long that
Yeah.
they wouldn't come out good.
Me hiciste trencitas the other time. And
Oh, yeah,
he does pretty
yeah,
good
some-
trencitas, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to get into braiding. It's another art. I really like They even do designs. I've seen some basketball players get like their logos with braids.
Oh, damn. That's like hardcore
Yeah,
stuff up there. Like, damn.
they pay good money though,
Yeah.
for sure.
What do you envision like your long term with the barber?
With the barber career,
Yeah.
that's a good question. So I right now I own my own shop, um, and it's a lot of work that I did not know it was.
Really?
You always see the shop owners and like you're like, I want to be them. They barely show up or they're doing this and that, keeping more money and stuff. But it is a lot of uh, behind the scenes that goes into it that I did not know, and it's not for everybody, but I like it. I would also I want to move out to a city and kind of challenge myself to improve my haircutting skills,
Yeah.
or just somewhere where there's more competition. Friendly competition is always good, and I don't know if I'd own a shop in a city though. There's so many people, and like you run the risk of people breaking in or
That's so true.
clients trying to sue you or stuff like that, you know. So
That's crazy though how you know all of that. Though, like how you like already have your mind to that level that you're just like this can happen, this can happen. Like you're talking about the cons. What about the pros?
the pros, I do follow a lot of barbers that started off their own shops and like now they just go around doing classes, or I mean they still cut hair and stuff, but um, they're more, I guess in a way, more successful, which is also cool. I would like to do that. At this point though, I'd probably take a break from it and then probably like get remotivated and go into it. But the pros to it is it's actually really nice. You get to make a family with your coworkers, and the barber industry is really cool. Most of the people are very supportive, so even if you're like starting out, I'm not gonna be like, nah, that haircut sucks.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey man, like try to do this or that, which is cool. I really like that about the barber industry. Even with like shop owners, I know a couple of shop owners that they've helped their own barbers open up their own shop too. So it's very cool, united community.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Is there, because we're small here, like in the valley and everything. Do you feel like there's a lot of competition in the barber industry here, at least?
It's growing for sure, and it's more with like the younger crowd. So I know a lot of young kids that started cutting hair now, and it's really cool to see because I didn't start till my senior year of high school, and there's sophomores, freshmen in high school cutting hair in like locker rooms and stuff, which is cool. And I think that's just the power of social media. It's bringing more notice to the power of a haircut, I guess. So definitely now it's been growing a lot, just because everybody wants designs, the haircuts change, like everybody wants a fade. And back in the day, since we live in a little small town, like kind of like a ranch town, I would call it,
Yeah.
Carbondale.
Yeah.
The haircuts they want is just like just make it shorter.
Yeah.
But now it's getting a little bit more into detail, like Denver Broncos logo on the side of my head or something like that, you know.
For real. Do you feel like you have to like be keeping up with like all these new styles and all these? How do you do that?
Yeah,
Like with
so
social media?
social media is big. If you look through my Instagram, I get a bunch of like haircut videos, but there's also a bunch of classes you can keep taking. I go to this show. It's called Show of the Rockies or Barber Show of the Rockies or something like that. So they have a class and then they have barber competitions.
Have you ever done one?
I haven't. I want to convince myself, but I'm not at that level yet. Cause if you go see these haircuts they do, it's crazy. They get into like hair color and stuff too, which I've been trying to get into. But the barber competitions they have a student barber section, so it's everybody that's like in school right now.
Yeah.
They compete against each other, and then there's fastest fade, which is like you gotta just go.
Damn.
And they give you like 20 minutes to do a fade.
Oh my god.
Right now it takes me like close to like 40 minutes, I would say, for a fade. And that's just me taking my time, talking to my clients and all that. And then what else? Oh, coldest design. I think that's what they called it.
What's that?
So it's just coolest design.
Oh, coolest design.
They call it coldest.
Oh,
though, like,
coldest. Okay, okay. Oh my god, that would be kind of so nervous though, because are people watching you and like
you'll have like I would say 80 to 100 people just watching you, and you're over here with like you got a whole setup like this actually with lights and stuff, and you're just like going at it. I've seen a lot of barbers that'll put on their headphones and just zone in.
Yeah.
Each year it gets a little bit more, like they change something up. So I've been going. This will be my third year in a row, and I've been to like 4 or 5. And each year is something different. So last year I thought something was really cool that they started adding like what is it called, like glitter onto guys' hair. So like let's say he has like a red part of his hair and then like a yellow part of his hair, and they'll add glitter to it so it stands out for the judges.
Oh,
And
that's cute.
the judges will be barbers from Florida or just barbers from all over the world that are Instagram famous. I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
And I know a couple barbers from around here, actually in Grand Junction, and they go judge in like California and stuff like that.
Aw. That's wild, dude. The barber industry, I feel like, is just like a whole other like, I mean, there's so many different businesses nowadays, but like, I just think the barber industry is growing so much.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, for real. I told you to start making
I
your
know.
videos, bro. You need to start making them.
It's because I'm outdated. TikTok's too new for me.
If there's any videographer that wants to sponsor his videos,
Help me out.
hit us up. Oh my gosh, we didn't talk about how we know each other and how you ended up on my pod.
Oh, yeah. Just the same friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the boys that I met you through, like Alex, Josue, Martin, and well, Libny's my cousin, and Joey.
And Richie.
And Richie, I met them all through. I used to play football against them actually, and so we were rivals when we were in high school. So I would always like talk smack to them every now and then. And after high school, I mean, you just squash everything, and it was all just for high school. But then I started hanging out with them, and then I got introduced to you, Victoria, and Gina, and Jenny as well.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Because we all used to go to like we used to go to opposite schools. I never really knew you in high school, actually. And then like after high school, like he decided to go with the cool kids.
Thanks for accepting me, cool kids.
And then, I think that's just how we started hanging out. And then
we'd go bowling a lot, remember? Mm-hmm. Bowling, and I mean that's the only thing there is to do out here, especially back then too.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Like I don't know. We've done like little stuff all in grupito, like, and we've just been friends for a very long time now.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, oh my gosh.
Like 8-9 years.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah.
Dang, when I first started cutting hair.
Yeah. We've gone through our little. I mean, I don't think like we have gone through like super wild stuff.
Yeah, no.
But maybe I can't even. I have blocked all of those.
We have some fun memories for sure. A lot of those I don't remember. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna be like, I don't remember a lot. That's our past self, you guys. We're adults now.
The snowboarding life. I really like the snowboarding trips we make with friends, because it reminds me of like being back in high school and growing up around here.
Yeah. So our friend group, we try to at least do. So we're called the Frosted Flakes because we always end up flaking last minute.
Not me.
Yeah, there's like those specific.
Don't associate me with them.
Shut up, you have flaked. There's like specific people that always flake, me being one of them a lot, because they always end up like doing things last minute too. And I'm just like, okay. And all of them, you guys all live like further. Well, now a lot of you guys are coming like more down valley, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so we're called the Frosted Flakes because we're always flaking on each other. But we at least try to do a couple outings a year to just like, keep our little spark in the group, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we're growing up. We got, some of them got kids. Some of us got work. it's a little bit harder, but we still make it happen,
Yeah.
which is cool. And after we changed it to Frosted Flakes, people started flaking a lot more. They
Now
even
they're
use
like,
that.
we have an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. Never show up.
Yeah. I know. Oh my gosh. But we try. Like, and I like, como tú estás diciendo, I feel like just because life is so different now, like, we can't just, like, call off work just whatever anymore. Like, now it's like, a lot of us do have our careers now.
Just leave your kids at home and dog and fuga.
Like, bye, take care of yourself.
That's funny.
Yeah. But anyways, that's our little story of how we met.
We didn't go snowboarding this year, now that I remember.
What? We literally went well,
Yeah,
like,
we
I
just
guess
talked about
like
it.
the
But not
whole
all of us,
the whole
yeah.
group didn't go.
That was still pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was
They
fun.
took me to Highlands, and I've never skied Highlands, and it was like really scary to me because they go hardcore. Like, you guys are wild, and I was like, and I'm the only skier too, so. No, actually, Tanya skis.
Yeah, and
but
she says
Tanya
she's a
doesn't
cool
live here.
kid.
Yeah.
She says she's a cool kid and she skis.
What can I say?
Snowboarders rock.
Ew. Yeah, and it sucks because I'm like always the only skier. When T's in town, she skis with me, but all of you guys are snowboarders, and I'm like, and they can just like go and fly off the hill, como si nada, and I'm like, what?
I've definitely had to like slow down on that because my body I feel 27, 26,
How old are you?
26. I'll be 27 this year though, at the end of the year.
Your birthday is December?
October.
You and Richie have the same birthday month?
We're like a couple weeks,
Oh.
but he's way older, so.
Yeah, he's hitting his 30s. Just kidding, Richie. That's funny. Anyways, are you ready to get into our little game?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I asked Serge to come up with a few questions, and I came up with a few questions too to get controversial on some topics and get ourselves canceled. So this is basically just, we're gonna be talking about like men versus girl perspective, and I love your perspective on things because I feel like even though you can be dumb sometimes. Even though like sometimes you don't use your brain in certain stuff.
That's men. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. No, but I think Serge like has like really good perspectives on like what men see in women, or like how men like act and stuff like that.
I feel like as a barber, you kind of learn about a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, because I don't just tell people like, no, you're Mexican, I'm only gonna cut you up. So you gotta get it older, younger. I get some women that get fades sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
So I get everybody's perspective, and it kind of like opened up my mind to not just think about like the way I think of it, and think like put myself in somebody's shoes.
Right.
That's another cool thing I like about the barbering industry. Like, you make good networks, good connections with people, and you learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I get new cultures, I'm always asking them about it, and it's crazy. There's like the Indian culture, a lot of their food kind of like relates to Mexican food, kind of in a way, like the way they cook it up and stuff. I did not know that.
Yeah. Me neither. I thought their food was more like salty.
Yeah.
Is our food salty?
But they have
It's
spices
spicy.
too.
Oh yeah.
They have spices too.
Okay.
They love spicy. Well, at least the guys I've met.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably got, but a lot of them also like adapt to the cultures out here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I'll have them come in and be like, "Hi, way." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh, that's funny.
Certified.
All right, should we get started? Do you want to start or should I?
Yeah.
So, how this game is going to go is whoever asks the question, like, we'll both answer from it. Let's start with, like, the most, like, basic one.
Okay.
Why do you think people cheat?
Oh, basic. Yeah. I think social media has affected a lot of people. So I follow this one Instagram page. It's called like Hoodville, I think. Mm-hmm. And they post a bunch of like funny posts of like, yo, my parents aren't home, and like a dude going on his bike through like a hurricane and stuff like that. And the other day I saw one that it was like 50% more women cheat than men. So the caption was like, "Don't believe everything they tell you." Like it's just a girl seeing like Netflix series and all these shows that they watch and Instagram that plays them and tells them that guys are cheating. So I feel like
that's kind of true.
hey, I think so though. I think
You think women cheat more than men?
uh nah, I definitely don't. I think it's honestly like 50-50, but I ain't gonna lie, guys are pretty dumb and they get caught up faster or easier.
I think that's the key. I think that guys just get caught more
Yeah,
than
they
women.
do. And I don't, man, come on, guys, we gotta be smarter. We can't be losing at that. Just kidding. City
just
boys,
smart.
city boys.
I think girls are just smarter at like.
Yeah, you guys definitely are. You guys think about every little scenario,
Like in what?
good and bad. Like, let's say like you have a kid, the kid's running around, the guy would just be like, "Oh yeah, let him have fun. If he falls on his knee and scrapes his knee, like it'll be fine. He'll learn." But the mom would be like, "Oh, what if he gets like a branch stuck in his arm and stuff like that, you know?"
Yeah.
So that's a good side of it. Then there's a lot of there's a lot of scenarios that girls make up in their mind that aren't gonna happen.
Yeah, you have to be prepared though for any scenario
You
that
do.
happens.
You definitely do.
Wait, so going back to the question though,
Yeah. Why do I think
people cheat,
people cheat?
both men and women.
I said the social media affects it though.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Where you get to see like Dan Blazerian living with like, do you know who that guy is or not? He's
Who?
it's like Dan Blazerian. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. It's like some super rich like poker dude. Always has like 10 girls with him. So like if a guy sees that, they're gonna be
Gross.
like, damn, I wanna live like that, you know? Another point could be our generation gets bored real easy. In anything, like not just relationships, even like jobs. A lot of us change jobs super fast, and it's not a bad thing. I think if you're not happy with your life and the decision you made, change it, man. Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Don't cheat though. That's foul.
I personally think that people cheat because, oh my god, I don't. There's a lot of reasons.
It's hard.
There's a lot of reasons why. I definitely do think because a lot of people like might get in a relationship at a very, very young age. And like how you were talking about how they get bored. But then there's also that lack of communication. Like, yeah, no, like they just don't see that spark in them. But they don't want to leave either that long-term relationship or they don't want to start over, but they think that they can still fool around and make the other person look stupid.
And when kids come into play, I know a lot of parents that try to stay together because of the kids, and a lot of the times that's when the bad stuff starts to happen.
Yeah.
And kind of sucks, but it's different. I don't know how kids work. So
yeah. Oh, that's a toughie. Okay, maybe we should have left that one at the end. I don't even feel like we answered it.
I know.
Well,
yeah, we
kinda.
did.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Your turn.
All right. Let me look for that. Do you think it's harder for men to be a dad or women to be a mom in like parenting?
Oh my god, I don't want to get canceled out here. I don't know. I mean, I think both are a very, very hard job. But I do think that it's more normalized if the dad doesn't put in like that effort because I don't know. I just feel like it has been so normalized. Like the dad's not in the picture as much, or like the dad can just like walk out and leave, and like that's just like the norm, and people are just like, oh yeah, it's kind of expected, you know. But if they are like both in there, I mean, I feel like it's just both. It's both really hard. I don't know.
I would say it's hard for both, but in different ways.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So like dad's probably got to work a lot more they gotta be the provider, but moms have to be the ones taking care of the kids, feeding them and all that. So that's also hard. Honestly, I would not be able to feed a kid.
You need to have cooking skills. You need to have like that natural instinct of just being like that, like natural nurture.
Mm-hmm.
From the mom side, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some dads, though, like some dads are single dads, and they kind of like get their crap together, and they're just like, all right, like let's figure this out.
Yeah, that is true, but it does happen a lot less. So I do agree with that.
Yeah.
So I think, man, I think it might be harder for women just because there's a lot more single women than men.
And I also think that like when it is a single dad, more people have like more like pity for the single dad. Like they're like, oh my gosh, like you're a single dad, like that's so amazing. But then they see like a single mom and they're like, well, you decided to choose a bum ass person to like have babies with, you know? So like, of course you're gonna end up like that, you know? So I feel like there's always like two, like people react to the way that they see that single person.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. I don't know.
I mean, it's like looking at a Lamborghini to Altima, where like the Lamborghini you barely see, but the Altima you see all around. So like with single moms, the sad truth is you're gonna see them a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
The guys stepping up, it's a lot. It doesn't happen as often.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more surprising to people.
Yeah. But to answer the question of like if it's harder, I think it's true that it's harder for both. Because I think a lot of the men feel like they need to provide more. And sometimes they lack more of that like presence of being like affectionate and being like I don't want to say something that they're gonna be like, no, that's not true, but like be more like loving in that way. And I feel like moms are just like more naturally like more like affectionate with their like kids and everything.
That mother instinct,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I struggle a lot to show affection. I think I only show affection to Osito, my little dog.
My only true one love.
Yeah. Love you, Osito. No, it's definitely a lot harder for guys to open up, though. Which, I mean, just look at what month was it? Like the mental health for men? This month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, a lot of guys don't talk about their mental health and open up as easy.
Why do you think that is?
The way we grew up, and our parents, the older generations, were always like, men don't cry, men don't do this. But it's good to show your vulnerability at times. Yeah. And I think we're moving away from that, though. Definitely evolving now.
Yeah. Do you think okay, I know we're getting off track a little bit on our questions, but talking about mental health, June, hello, for Men's Mental Health Month. Do you think because it is being like there's more awareness to it, more men are but are becoming a little more
softer.
Yeah, like softer. I was gonna
soft
say
ass
feminine, but like I think there's a balance. Yeah. And again, this is very controversial, but I think there's definitely a balance of like becoming soft and like very feminine and not like having that masculine energy, being the provider and stuff. Do you think that's becoming a little too normalized?
No, I think it's good. I think mental health is real. Mental health happens to everybody too, not just men. But I kind of like that guys have been softer, I guess, just because we gotta take care of ourselves. And I've noticed that a lot of professional athletes have came out actually and like talked about, yeah, I'm a millionaire. I play in the NBA, but depression is real. Like I couldn't get up for practice and stuff. And I think that also has a lot to do with it because we grow. I mean, I watch a lot of sports, so I grow up watching these guys, and I'm like LeBron James is indestructible, but then again, he also has his personal life that you never know about.
Yeah,
which is cool that they opened up about that.
Yeah.
You didn't know about that though, huh?
I did not. I don't. And Robert is he's a super like sports guy, so I'm sure that he like
Oh
keeps up with
yeah,
all of it too.
he would definitely seen that.
Yeah. That's really cool though that like there is more awareness to men's mental health and everything.
They use their platform for
Yeah.
good, which a lot of people don't.
Yeah. How would you tell our men that are listening right now to take care of themselves?
Find a hobby that de-stresses you, something that you love, something that gets you away from the house, and learn to fall in love with yourself and just being in the presence of your own self. Because if you hate being by yourself, and um, you're gonna hate life,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, that's real.
But
That's so
hobbies
real.
are huge, and there's a lot to do, especially here in Colorado. Go fishing, go hiking, play some basketball, whatever. You hit the gym.
I love that. Fall in love with yourself. That's a great one.
Soft ass. I'm just kidding.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Do you think it's unhealthy or toxic to go through your partner's phone?
Unhealthy or toxic? Yeah, definitely toxic and unhealthy, both of them. Somebody's privacy. I have a lot of personal stuff on my phone, but I honestly wouldn't mind anybody going through my phone, you know? If you don't have that trust with your partner, then why are you in that relationship anyways? Like,
I do think it's unhealthy. I do think,
you're gonna create problems that weren't supposed to be there, you know, and like, I don't know. I think I've had a couple people go through my phone, and it's like my cousin like liking my page or something like that. And I get I get in trouble for that, you know.
that's a very toxic right there.
Yeah, that was high school relationship, so
Oh, okay,
makes sense.
well,
Makes sense.
yeah, but still, that's a little. I do think I think it's unhealthy for sure. I think if like you're doing it consistently and you're just like I feel like you're trying to just find something.
Yeah.
Cuz you have like I mean girls, I'm going to say girls have like that gut feeling and that instinct of like something is going on, you know? So, but then again like you said, like if you don't have that trust in that person, like why are you in that relationship? But it's different when you're married, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different when you're like married and you are still doing that. I think there's like that lack of communication of like what's going on and like why do I feel like I can't trust you right now?
Definitely. I also agree with that. And another thing is I think you start manifesting things. So like if you start looking through phones and I'm gonna catch him cheating, it's gonna happen.
You think so?
Mm,
Ooh.
I wouldn't want it to, but you know, I am a firm believer in that. Like,
Yeah.
speak it into existence, good and bad. Be careful what you say.
Ooh, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Ooh, this is a good one. How can I say this one?
Just say it.
So, who do you think gets like more follows and likes on social media, men or women?
Who do you think gets more follows and likes on social media? Probably women.
Yeah,
I think women
I
because
agree.
well, yeah.
It's a very simple one.
I mean I think it's women.
I
Depends
definitely
if
agree.
and also it just depends like is the man I just don't see like a lot of men posting so much on their social media like women do. If men are posting a lot on their social media about their body, like go get a job. Like, why are you on social media so much? What? Like,
Hey.
have you seen those TikToks of like, why are these men trying to like be influencers and content creators? Like, go get a job. Like, go back to the military.
Oh my god, I have
No,
not seen that.
I mean,
That's messed up.
I do understand that men like do have that content creating life, which I think is totally cool, you know, like bringing awareness or like influencing men to like whatever buy certain things. But I also think it's kind of weird that men like for your business, I feel like it's normal, but you're
Yeah.
not just posting about yourself, like you're promoting your business,
Yeah.
you know? But I don't know.
That is true. Like I didn't even think about that. Like, let's say a small business owned by a man or a female. I think Girls are also more supportive on social media.
They are.
Hey, oh yeah, girl. Period. I just no, but you'll have like one girl post and then like 10 girls follow after that.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree. And there's a lot more woman models and guy models, which I've noticed.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I also think women have become very confident with like showing their body and promoting like a certain image on social media, and I mean like that catches the eye to anybody, you know? So I feel like that's how like more
Fall in love with yourself.
more like followers and
Yeah.
likes. It also just depends on like what they're posting.
Yeah, I just noticed a video the other day. I think it was like Victoria's Secret came out on my sponsored or something, and it was like a bunch of women, like different sizes, different colors, wearing the same thing, the same bikini. I thought that was really cool. They're really pushing that out there, making girls more confident. They're
Yeah.
posting.
Yeah.
There's nothing with men though.
You want to see more naked
Yeah.
men on your feed?
No,
Is that what you're trying to say?
no, not that.
What? Just going off of that topic, what do you think about women like posting a lot about like not like naked pictures? How would I say that? Like
Provocative pictures.
yeah, like I mean, I guess
in
there's
a
like
relationship or like single or like just girls in general.
I would just like girls that are not like in that business and stuff, like not models or
okay.
anything, but just like your day-to-day typical
I think
Valley
it's cool.
Girl or whatever, that they're like, you know, posting their ass and their titties out and everything. Like, do you think they do it to get attention, or do you think they do it like for like, because I'm confident and I wanna show what I have? As a man, how do you see that?
Depends on how the picture is like portrayed. Like, let's say a girl like posts her ass, and the caption's like, "Look at my hair." It's like, that's definitely a thirst trap. You know, like I'm not gonna look at the hair. But I also I think it's very cool that people don't really care what other people say. Like, I'm gonna post that picture. Like, let's say you go out to the pool and stuff. I feel like a lot of people didn't post themselves at the pool when we were growing up and stuff. But it's cool to fall in love with yourself, and I keep saying that.
Are you falling in love with yourself right now?
Nah, I've been in love with myself.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I mean, not at 100%, but like
It's
85.
always a work in progress.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for
definitely.
sure. What about if they're in a relationship and they post those type of, how did you call it? Thirst traps.
The thirst trap. That's I think it depends on like how long they've been together. Definitely, if they were like 2 months together and she's over here posting what she would post when she was single, like, you're not at that stage, girl. Not yet.
Not yet, girl.
But after years and years, like, I follow a bunch of famous dudes on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube actually, and I've seen some guys that like take videos of their girls and stuff. They hype her up, and I think that's really cool. But definitely it has to be like, you have to build up to that.
Yeah.
You can't do it straight out the gate.
Yeah. But what if you met that girl like that? Like posting those type
I would
of
hope
pictures.
that, well, yeah, if she was posting that and I met her like that, I would hope that she would like change her life a bit. Because I know when I get into a relationship, I'm definitely going to change the way I am. I'm not going to be single me. So I would hope that like it reciprocates, or however you say that.
Yeah.
So I would definitely like change a little bit and work up to that, you know, build that trust.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, there's some things that you have to, like, let your partner know, like, hey, I don't like when you do that. Like, it just doesn't make me feel good. Do you think it comes from, like, insecurity, or do you just think, like, I don't want everyone to freaking be looking at your ass and titties all the time?
Yeah, I think communication is huge for sure. But yeah, I guess I would feel insecure in a way.
Mhm.
Um, and also, the way I look at it is everybody's looking at your social media. So I know my family's all on social media. So like, if my girlfriend's posting pics like that, you bring her around to the family party. It's like, dang,
Like
like
they
I
like
kind
are
of get
seeing.
embarrassed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I mean, it. Everybody changes, or like everybody's views changing. Like I don't know. I don't know if my family would change. They'd probably be judging for sure.
Yeah. They're like, oh, esa es la novia.
Yeah.
I think it does come with como se dice, like it comes with just that respect to your partner
Mm-hmm.
and just knowing
Definitely.
like, oh, like I know that I don't like my partner like looking at these sort of pictures on their social media. Like, why would I be posting it of myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe my views are very different. Like, I'm very, like, yes, like, I might post, like, in a bikini and stuff, not in a very, like, provocative way where I'm like, yeah, you know, like, everything out and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, oh, like, I think there's also, like, I just have a lot of respect for my own body. And it's just, like, there's certain things that I don't want the whole world to see or, like, to know because, like, that's for my man to see. That's for my man to, like, you know, like, worship. No.
Yeah.
But I'm just like también like I think when you get in a committed relationship, like sabes que like you're just like I don't really care for anyone to like really be like, oh yeah, you have a nice ass. You know, like you just don't seek that from other people,
Yeah.
you know?
That is true.
Yeah. This is a little scenario. So you meet someone at an outing and you hit it off with them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you ask for to stay in touch with them?
Ah.
Snapchat, Instagram, or their phone number?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Oh, dang. I, you know what I go for? I go for the Instagram recently. I'm
Ooh.
just trying to get my followers up. Follow 36 Blends. No, I do. I've been getting so like comfortable with giving out my Instagram just to get my followers up, but I would ask for like social media though, Instagram or Snapchat, which I use up a lot.
A lot.
And the Instagram has just been always at the back of my head. Like when I go out and guys are like, "Yo, can you cut my hair? Give me your number." I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna just give you my Instagram instead."
That's actually good marketing skills. Good
Yeah,
marketing skills.
yeah.
Ah,
You
but
see,
that
I
is
did
true.
get a bachelor's.
Yeah. That's funny. That's so true, though.
But
Yeah.
I do know that a lot of people have been bashing on like, I don't know if you've seen those posts where like, if you're 25 and you got a Snapchat,
Oh yeah.
have you seen that?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, like that's what my job depends on. Like, yeah, if
Uh-huh.
I have no Snapchat, I'm not cutting nobody's hair.
Yeah.
Like Instagram and all that.
Cause like it or not, like people are still on Snapchat. Like people think they're not, but and I don't know if it's like a older generation thing, but I feel like we're still a lot on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And not like I mean, sometimes we post on there, but it's more like communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you use it for that matters, you know? Like if you're using it for stupid stuff, like, yeah, then don't use it, you know? But I also don't like the way that people make it seem like, oh, you use Snapchat? I'm better than you because I don't use Snapchat.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not how it works, bro. Like,
You're
my
like-
life together and you don't got Snapchat? Nah, that was a good one, though. What would you ask
I think phone number.
phone number?
Yeah.
So what if a guy was like, add me on Instagram, and you'd be like, damn, this childish fool, I'm not hitting him up.
No.
Give him a wrong Instagram.
Yeah. Well, I'm married now, so I would be like, no.
Yeah, no, but like if you were single,
But when I was single, yeah, I would be like, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. That's how actually Robert asked for my contact
Oh,
info.
really?
It was Snapchat.
oh yeah, Robert.
He was like, give me your Snapchat. And I was like, I don't know it. And he was like, pull it up. We can see it. I was like, what? And that's how he asked me. And look, we're married now.
Yeah. Snapchat the goat.
Ew. Yeah, but I think I asked for phone numbers more.
What would you think though, like as a girl? Because I mean, I'm not a girl, and I think it's
As
just
far as we know.
normal. But like, what's your perspective on that?
When guys ask for social media instead
Yeah.
of their phone number.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you want guys to send you letters like back in the day?
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. I think, I don't know. I'm just looking at like when back in the days, I think it was normal. Like, I think it was normal, like, if guys would like ask for your Snapchat or Instagram.
Yeah, and phone numbers was
Yeah,
the first
phone
thing.
numbers. Yeah. Pero I don't think it's creepy. Like, to be honest, like, I don't think it's creepy when guys ask for your social media, because it's just so, like, that's how you connect with people more. And hey, maybe, like, personally, I wouldn't want a guy to ask for my phone number right away. Like, because I'm like, what if we don't hit it off? Like, I don't want this guy to have my number for the freaking rest of his life, you know? Because honestly, realistically...
He's just going to be texting.
Yeah.
Hey.
Why aren't you answering? Like, realistically, how often are you changing your phone number? Not that often. Like, your phone number is, like, for a long-term thing. And your Instagram, you can block them. You can just, you know, like...
You could block on a phone number.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, that is true. But it's just, like, it's more, I don't know, like...
It's more personal. Like, you definitely have to be comfortable with that person to give him your number.
Yeah, because I don't want them to just be calling me up, like, at freaking 3 a.m. or, you know, like, I feel like that's more of, like, a personal thing. So I would definitely start off with social media first.
What about text or phone calls?
Oh, my goodness. I like the phone calls.
You like phone calls?
I like the phone calls.
Well, what's that one? Have you seen those posts when he's like on his stomach with his legs up and he's on the phone?
I just think it's cuter because, like, texting, you can come up with anything, like, you know, and then, like, on the phone, like, you can hear their tone, like, you can, you know, like, see, like, I don't know, like, how cute they talk to me and everything.
Shit.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I like phone calls. And, like, I like, I remember Robert and I would stay up, like, for hours, you know, like, just, like, talking on the phone, and I think that's so cute. And texting, it's just, like, it's cute. Like, I you know, like, those cute little, like, texts, like, good morning, beautiful, or whatever, you know, but I think a phone call, me like, hey, like, good morning. Like, I think that's just...
way better, yeah.
Sexy from a man.
Nah, I never even thought about that.
Now you know.
Now I know. Now
I'm
I can get a girl
pointers
finally.
for their next girl.
No, and definitely through text messages, you'll read people wrong. You'll be like, damn, she dry.
Yeah.
Mejor no.
Yes, that's so true. I think that's why I also like Snapchat, because sometimes you can just, like, send the little selfies and you kind of know a little bit more.
Or what you're doing and stuff.
Yeah. Do you like...
Toxic guys. Hey, what you doing? Recording with Sincerely B.
Oh. Do you like when girls make the first move in certain things?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, and depends how.
If they...
What if they're, like, too creepy? Like, hey, what's so sexy? Yeah, I'm like, nah, hell no. Am I dating a dude or what the fuck?
Like, I can see like, they ask you on a date. They'll be like, hey, you want to go out for dinner, like, on Tuesday or something. Like, do you find that attractive from a girl? Or do you think it's kind of like, eh?
You know, that's never happened to me, actually. Like, it's very rare. But I think that would be really cool because as a guy, you're always taking care of somebody, or you're always, like, the one to do it. So I feel like it would stand out to me. Like, if she did it, like, oh, okay, this girl for real, you know, it stands out to you.
Yeah. Because they're not just, like, expecting you to be doing, like, those things all the time.
Definitely. Yeah. But then when girls are, like, when they have to ask you out, they also, like, they don't, I think they find it as a turnoff, I guess, because you're not the one initiating it. Because the gender role is for the guy to do it.
Yeah.
But I think we should change that. Nah.
Pero también I think you're looking at the wrong girls, homeboy. Let me just tell you that. Because there are girls that, like, are so confident and they'll be like, oh, yeah, like, I like this guy. Like, let's go out, you know? Like, they don't wait for the guy to ask them out. If the guy is, like, si ya están hablando for a while and you're still not initiating anything, then
makes
there's like those
sense.
girls that are just like, okay, like they
Get
they
the
just
memo. I'm
yeah.
not trying to go out with you. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, that's
But
fucked
there
up.
are those girls. I think there are those girls
Oh,
que
shit.
like wait until the guy makes the first
Yeah,
move for sure.
definitely.
But you wouldn't think it's a turn off if a girl asks you out
Oh no,
first.
I'd like that actually.
Yeah.
I'm a soft ass. I'll accept it. Just kidding.
Y tienes que pagar también.
Yeah, I will. I will. If you ask me, I'll take you out. All right, this is a good one. Just because I've kind of been in the gym, you know. Kinda. No se
Kinda.
nota, pero.
Yee.
What gender finds it easier to like succeed in the gym, men or women?
I feel like men. I feel like men can lose weight faster, can gain weight. I mean, can gain, yeah, weight too.
Yeah.
For like guys that are trying to like gain the weight and gain muscle faster too.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
My thought on that is I didn't even think about the guy side, but I thought girls, honestly, because um, with guys, you look at the whole body like, oh, that dude's got big ass biceps but small ass legs. Like, he's not hitting the gym right or something, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But with the girl, it's like
Everything's
she
proportionate.
she be squatting and stuff, and she got thick thighs or whatever. Thick thighs save lives. But they won't really look like, oh, she got skinny arms, you know?
Uh-huh. Because it's
Which I guess it would be easier for a girl to gain more success in the gym, I guess.
normal. Yeah. Yeah,
If you see that side of it.
yeah, I didn't see that side of it. That's so true. Like their body's not like super disproportionate like men's. I have seen men with like really skinny legs and like a super bulky top, and you're just like
The ice cream cone looking.
yes. I've never thought about it that way. That's funny. I don't know. Dang, that's a toughie now that I think about it and when you put it in that perspective.
But I also do agree that guys definitely lose weight fast or easier than women. But yeah, I guess it's just las ganas.
Yeah.
Whoever's more motivated gonna get it done.
We should do a challenge like for a man and a girl to start at the same time and then see who like loses or like gains the weight. I don't know, whatever they're trying to do.
Gains weight. That'd be a good one. Don't count me in though.
Me neither. Not me. I won't do it.
I do it for the
promote
mental health, not to lose weight. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I think we kind of touched on this one, but why do you think in our generation nowadays it's hard for people to commit into a relationship?
Ooh, that's a good one. We did kind of touch up on that, but like not even just in a relationship, but like jobs and stuff. I told you about that. I think social media has. I say social media because everybody's on there, and so everybody sees other people's highlights and how they live life and stuff. So I think that's why they want to shape their lives into other people's, but you never see the behind the scenes of those people. Like, yeah, you may have a really famous person, but how is he outside of it? And you'll see a lot of people get canceled and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
What would you think?
I just think it's become so normalized. I think we did touch on it a little bit, but I think it's just become so normalized to not be in a committed relationship right now because a lot of peeps are in their like selfish era and everything, which I think it's like very healthy. Like I do think everyone, like literally everyone needs to go through that phase in their life where they need to be alone and they need to just like learn how to love themselves first and everything. But I think like they want to be stuck in there because they've gotten in this mentality of like, I can just do it by myself. Like I'll be fine on my own.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, some people just don't want to put the effort into building up this relationship because when they're living alone, they were living happy and didn't have to deal with everything.
Yeah.
I feel like those people would probably like have better relationship if they had kids too. When
Yeah.
you could get more committed like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of people in our generation feel like don't have kids as young. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably the effect of 16 and pregnant. That one show, everybody was like,
Seriously.
"Yeah, I'm not gonna do that." You
They're
know?
like, oh gosh. Yeah, all right. What everyone's getting pregnant. They're like, oh my gosh, I got pregnant in
Yeah.
my teen years. And they're freaking like, yeah, casi 30.
Yeah, maybe that's why people aren't as committed. And like back in the day, they would have kids at 16, and they have to keep and staying in that relationship for the kid.
Yeah. I also think that, like you mentioned, that it was like the whole social media thing where everyone's just promoting, like, that you don't have to take crap from anybody or whatever, which I get it. I do understand that point. It's like if you are, like, in any sort of abusive relationship where it's just, like, bringing you down every single day, do not be in that relationship. But I also think that people, like, any slightest inconvenience that it brings, they're just like, I'm done. Like, I don't like, and they don't work through it, and they don't like, they're just like, like, there's no point in it, you know? And it's like every relationship is gonna have their toughy times and challenging times, and it's whether you want to put the effort or not to work through it.
Yeah, takes time and effort to make an empire.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
For
gotta
sure.
build it up.
Yeah.
Is it easier for men or women to succeed in the music industry?
Oh gosh. Um. Oh my gosh.
Shout out Ice Spice. Ah.
Um. I think men, it might be easier for men to succeed in the music industry. I don't know, maybe I went down this rabbit hole on TikTok that, like, there's the music industry is like very corrupt. But like there's just like a lot of like sacrifices that like women have to do in order to like get up there.
Yeah.
Like very intense and emotional like sacrifice because like they want to portray them a certain image, you know? And I feel like men like I think it happens to men too in the music industry. Then they do have to like probably do like some weird ass stuff to be able to like get up there. But like for men, I don't know. That's a hard one. For men, I just feel like it might just like come easier.
Yeah, I I definitely agree. It's more men, but it has changed though, and that is true. With all that, I've gone into that rabbit hole with all of the like Drake and Kendrick and
I know.
Diddy and all
I
that
stayed up
beef.
so late. I was like looking. I was like, oh my gosh, that's intense.
You don't know what to believe nowadays for sure.
That's true.
And I also think with music, just over the years, I mean, look at Tupac, Biggie, like back in the day, all these rappers were all guys, and you have like 2 or 3 girls. But also, I think maybe guys are bigger on music, and so we listen to a lot, or I know I listen to a lot of music, but I don't be listening to like Megan Thee Stallion because I ain't trying to get like nothing age. And, but you know, like I can't relate to that kind of music. At least the way I look at it, we listen to more guys, and so it's easier for them to succeed. But that doesn't hide the fact that everybody in the music industry has to go through something.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I feel like all Hollywood probably.
Yeah, look at the Nickelodeon thing too.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. I was always a kid, and I was like, man, I wish I could live that lifestyle being on iCarly or something like that, you know. But
Not
now
the
I'm
iCarly.
like, I saved my ass.
Oh my god, yeah, that was wild. I haven't seen the documentary. Have you?
Yeah,
Is
you
it-
should go watch it.
I'm like,
It's crazy.
I'm glad people are starting to speak out about it though.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people that tried to speak out about it, and people just like shut them down too, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
I also went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Do your research.
Do your research. I believe everything. Have you seen the memes where it's like, you know, those tias that believe everything on Facebook? I'm that tia on TikTok that believes everything on TikTok. It's so bad. Do you think if you're in a relationship, you can have friends of the opposite genders? Gender.
Yeah, most definitely. It does take, like I said, it takes a while for you to get to that point, because you're not gonna be like, hey, like, let me start dating you, but I'm gonna bring my homegirl to everything, like to all the functions.
Yeah.
She gonna be third wheeling, and then that would be weird, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's completely normal, and it all is about maturity and growing. Like maybe in high school it wasn't that easy, you know, and it's normal because of all the drama that used to happen.
Oh my gosh.
So
You couldn't be friends with anybody.
yeah. Not even your cousins. Not even the prima.
Oh no. I feel like you keep talking about the prima situation.
The
and
prima.
It's like it's probably a real story.
No, yeah. I follow these YouTubers and they're funny. They're always saying like primas and tias and stuff. So that just stuck to me now. I just say it all the time.
Yeah, I think that's toxic, honestly, if you don't allow your partner to have like opposite gender friends. There is that line of like boundary and respect, like you said. Like you're not gonna be bringing homegirl or homeboy like around like 24/7, you know. But like I don't know, like I met Robert with his friends, and like I'm like really good friends with his friends now, and like we all like to hang out together, and it's completely normal to us, you know. But that works for our relationship. Like I don't think there's like a day that I would just be like, oh, I don't want to hang out with your friends, you know, because I love them. Like honestly, they have become like they have become part of the family, you know. Like so I honestly think it's completely normal to have friends of the opposite gender.
It also depends on like the boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, so let's say like the boyfriend doesn't let the girlfriend have friends, but the girl does.
Oh heck
like,
no.
So it definitely has to be like 50-50. Yes. Like you guys both have to be, and communication is key again. Like you guys both have to be in line and be like, this is my friends, these are your friends, like we're all in this together. La familia.
Oh, I would not let that slide. Like if you can have girlfriends, but I can't have my guy friends. Like heck no. I'd be like, oh, none of us are having friends then. No.
Just being you against the world.
No, I do think it just comes with that trust too. Like if you can't trust your man having girlfriends, I think it does get a little weird when all of a sudden they just became friends. Like let's say like you had been in a relationship for a while or something, and then all of a sudden this person comes into your life and you're like, where's she come from? Like, you know?
That makes sense.
That's my toxic ass coming out though. Like I'd be like, I've never met this person. Like, why are you?
You wouldn't ask though first, be like, maybe like one of the friends was dating this girl, but she ended up being closer to the friend group. Like not just your man's, but the friend group, like in general. I guess that would be different though if you guys would all hang out like in a group.
I would know the person.
Yeah,
because we would all like hang out, and then like let's say like their partner is not in the friend group anymore, but I still know that person.
Well, that's how guys get caught.
We have eyes everywhere. We notice everything. It'd be like, I've never seen this person's.
Or like a coworker. What about that? How would that work out?
Well, I think like if the coworker is like coming around more often, like I'd be like, what the heck? But it's like if you're just like talking to the coworker as like your coworker, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah. But it's like, why are you talking to your coworker right now? Like, I guess at work. Yeah. Wouldn't that be weird to you though? Yeah, like you're like, oh, like me and my coworker, like you haven't heard about this coworker at all, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm gonna go catch like a dinner with my coworker.
Is it a guy or girl?
It's a guy. Like, what if it was a guy?
No, yeah, but you would have to ask that, though.
Yeah. But then, like, for instance, like, I always tell, like, if there's, like, a new person for my coworkers and, like, lunch or something is like kind of required for like my job and stuff,
Yeah.
like I tell that to my partner. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like we do like dinners, we do lunches and stuff. Like
Communication is key for
yeah,
sure.
I don't know. But anyways, I do agree on like you can have friends
Me
of the
too.
opposite
Me too.
gender for sure.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Who's smarter, men or women?
Definitely woman. They are. We
What
are
about
smarter.
Einstein? I just kidding.
Was Einstein actually smart though?
Hey, that is true. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on like what it is. Like I feel like men are smart. Okay, men are definitely smarter in making like the quicker decisions, and I don't know, maybe it depends on the girl. But for me, like I suck at making like fast decisions, you know? And I don't know, maybe I'm just comparing me and Robert, but Robert's really good at making like very like fast, like, okay, this is what we have to do, this is how we'll do it, you know? And I'd be like, oh, that's so true, I didn't think about that.
Because girls make all these fake scenarios in
Yes,
their head.
yes, that's why. Because I feel like, oh, but this can go wrong, but maybe like this. So like we always weigh our options, but that's what makes us smart, that we're always weighing our options. And men only stick to one. And that's why they make bad decisions.
Hard-headed,
yeah.
for sure.
What about you?
I think they're smart in their own ways, like you say, as well. But it is also good to think about the little scenarios in your head because they could happen. And I don't know if you follow the Mexican elections, but with this new presidenta, I think that's really cool. Like, we're going to bring a different gender to a presidential position, which who knows? We're about to find out if it was good or bad.
Yeah.
But I think girls definitely think outside the box, like men do.
Yeah.
And we get ourselves into trouble by doing that.
A lot of trouble.
I'm the same.
Yeah. Don't
Big
throw
trust.
yourself under the bus.
I know, but I'm always like, dang, why'd I do that? Like, I don't even think about the cause
consequences?
the cause and effect of it, you know?
See, and I think girls do.
Yeah.
I think girls are always like, okay, if we go with this decision, like, what can come out of it? And you guys are like, we're going with that one.
Yeah, spontaneous adventures.
So are girls.
Follow along.
But they're just smarter. We think with this head. Anyways. All right, another scenario. You meet a person and have heard rumors about this person. Do you dictate on how you interact with them based on what you've heard, or do they have a clean slate with you?
Depends on how bad the rumors are. So, like, give me a scenario, like, what the rumor was. Like, this fool doesn't pay back.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Then I'd be like, all right, like, I'll give him a chance. Like, he may have a little problem with money managing, but I'll still give him a chance. He might be cool. I'm not gonna let him borrow money, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess like you just would have your guard up a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. But if it was like some dude, like I heard that this guy did one of my homeboys dirty by getting with his girl while they're together, stuff like that, then I'd be like, yeah, I ain't gonna like you either, you know?
Yeah. Because you heard it directly from your friend.
Yeah.
Like, what if this rumor, like, you've just heard from just, like, a random person, you know?
Okay. Definitely would depend on the rumor still, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm very closed up with people, though. I don't open up to people much, and it takes me a while to get comfortable with people and, like, actually want to hang out with them. So... I always have my guard up with people, with new people at least. Yeah. For sure. No matter if I hear rumors or not. And with the rumors, then I think it'll be easier to cut him off. Sad. Like,
you're like, eh.
Yeah, like, he wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Didn't make the cut.
I think I'm the opposite. I think I'm very, like, open-minded, and I'm very, like, rumors are rumors, like, but oh no, I'm not, like, super, like, oh, come to my life and like we're gonna be best friends, you know? But I think like I would just kind of like try them out a little bit. Like if we're in an outing or something, like if we're like at a function or something and they want to talk to me, I'm not going to be like, oh, don't talk to me because I've heard this about you, you know? Like I would have a friendly conversation with them. I think I'm really good at reading people if they're being fake or not.
Yeah, I was about to say you'd probably like try to get the truth out of them, you know? Like
Yeah.
not ask like direct questions, but be like, oh, so like,
Is this true? I know.
yeah,
I'll be like,
yeah,
did you really sleep with this man?
yeah, not like directly, but you would kind of beat around the bush or however they say it,
Yeah.
and get to the decision of
Yeah.
trusting them
And
or
it
not.
also just depends, like, if I want to actually be friends with them outside of that function. Like, maybe I just met them that first time and then that's it, you know? Like, I'll have a friendly conversation, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, let's be best friends. Like, give me your number, you know? Like, tampoco. But I don't think I have that judgment of, like, you are who you are based on those rumors. Like, I don't think I'm like that.
I also base my readings of people like by the vibe I get from them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you meet somebody and they're just like dogging people or they tienen una carota, you know, then I'd be like, get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they were really cool, and then I'd give them a chance, you know, but
Yeah.
I would definitely have my guard up.
Yeah. Do you think it's easier for men to be friends with other guys or girls to become friends with girls?
Ooh. I think it's easier for girls to be friends with girls because you guys aren't prideful like us guys are, you know?
Uh-huh.
And guys love to fight, and so it's harder for another guy to approach another guy because then if you go up to a guy, he'll be like, man, why does this guy want to meet me, you know? It's kind of creepy, you know? But with a girl, you'll be like, oh my God, I love your hair, you know, or I love your shoes, and then you start talking about work and this and that, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely easier for girls to make friends with new girls and guys with other guys.
Yeah.
Feel
That's
like
so
with
funny.
guys, you would probably have to meet, like if you were with your homeboys and then he has a homeboy that you bring along, then you'll meet him like that. But you wouldn't go up to a random dude at the bar and be like, hey, what's up, bro? What you do for work, dog?
Yeah, that's so true. It always starts there where girls become friends with girls at those type of things. Yeah.
As a barber, though, a lot of guys do come up to me and they'll be like, yo, you cut hair, bro, right? And then we'll talk after that, you know? But that's also a barber client connection, I guess I have with people, and
Yeah.
a lot of people are very appreciative of getting their hair cut. I'm the decision between them getting a second date or not, you know? So
Oh, damn. You determine it. Yeah. Why do you think people fall out of love?
fall out of love, like they just lose interest in their partner or what? Communication has to do a lot with it. Um, and also being understanding of your significant other. Like if let's say I was a boyfriend, I came to my girl and I told her a situation I didn't like, she just kind of like brushed it off. Then after she does that repeated amount of times, I feel like I'd fall out of love just because you got to get this 50-50 attention, you know, like sometimes, and it doesn't have to be 50-50 all the time. Like sometimes it could be 80-20, but it's because your significant other had a bad day or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely communication has a lot to do with it and the understanding of it. That's a good one. Afraid of commitment too.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Like everybody just wants to change their life right away
Yeah.
at a snap of a finger. Boom,
Yeah.
new life.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's so true. I definitely do think that people fall out of love because they're not meeting the other person's needs anymore, or they're not putting that effort. And they're probably just being like not that partner that you're seeking for, and that person they don't want to give that effort anymore. So like se ponen cómodos and they're just like, well, we're together already, so why do I have to put that effort in?
I already have that job. Why do I have to work for it? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. I also feel like, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people get into relationships like super quick, And maybe could be, I know people like my age, we're getting a lot older, so they're like, oh, I'm getting close to 30, I need a girlfriend, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't. So I feel like a lot of people probably, they force that relationship and they're just going through the motions. So like when um you start getting bored of going through the motions, or it's just been too long, then you start falling out of love. It's like fake emotions, sadly, you know?
Yeah.
And real love, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
I would say. I don't know what that is, or I haven't felt it yet.
Have you ever been in love? Would you
um
say like that you have felt that love feeling?
yeah, I have. I definitely have, for sure. I felt it, but I think it just wasn't with the right person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, then I was like, all right, I want to save this love and like give it to somebody that actually deserves it, or
Damn.
somebody that like we're really in line with. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've had some relationships where I don't relate to them as much, and it's kind of just like rushing into a relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely gotta meet that person and get to know them in the day, in the morning, at night. People change
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
When they're not all glammed up and
Yeah.
everything, cuando andan toda folonga and you
Yeah,
still like them like that.
that is true. If you like your girl for longer, like it's over. It's a wrap. You really do love her.
Are you looking for anything at the moment?
um, I'm married to my shop.
Ugh.
My shop takes all my money and all my time.
Do you think that gets a lot in
Nah.
like a lot of conflict with like maybe the next person might not understand it or
Um. Mm, yes and no. I feel like at the moment I'm not really looking for a relationship, or I guess I would say that I haven't met the right person for me to like get out of the shop more.
mhm
If I'm not at the shop, I'd rather like I'll go out to the lake or something, you know.
mhm
But since I don't have anybody, I'd rather work, you know, put myself and on it. I made my shop like very comfortable. I got my Xbox in there. I have like all these games in
so
there.
someone really has to like get your attention to get you out of there.
Yeah, definitely. And every now and then I do get out and stuff. You do have to de-stress from work because it
Mhm.
adds up. Um, but it does take a lot of my time. And for the right person, though, you'll make the time.
Mhm.
You have to,
Yeah.
because they'll make a time for you as well.
Yeah.
But it is difficult, and it's a lot of work behind the scenes that a lot of people probably won't understand.
Yeah.
And also, like if you're starting to meet somebody and they're like, oh well, he has a shop, like he's got to work. Like there's times when I'll get a call late at night and they'll be like, yo, can you cut my hair right now? And if I was gonna go on a date, like, and I were to change it on her, and she was like, you know what, I don't understand it, then I feel like that'd be a person that would be worth it, you know? Because I do the same for their job too. Like, it's not just me.
Yeah.
If they have to change up for something, you can't get mad over that.
Like they have to be flexible with the
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I mean,
Relationships are more work though.
yeah. Relationships take work for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you single? Ah, no, just kidding.
Next question.
Well, Serge, thanks so much for coming out today. It was early for me, maybe not early for you.
Thanks for having me on. Definitely not early. We can go earlier, but
Ugh.
I'm I'm a lot more awake in the morning than in the afternoon. I would have been like all falling asleep and
Yeah, I needed him with like all energy and everything. He was like 7 a.m. and I was like, no, that's good.
tampoco no tanto. You live too far. Just
I know,
kidding.
that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I was like, early, and then you're like, okay, and then I said 10 and you're like, that's early. I was like, I don't know how much earlier you want to do it.
I can't sleep past like 8 a.m. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I can if I was like really, really tired though. But I also struggle to sleep. So if I have like a little bit of light or you know why I hate camping? Because I'll literally hear the wind like hit the grass or something.
And you
That'll
wake
wake
up?
me up. That'll wake
That's
me up.
so weird. You would be the worst camper to camp with.
No, I don't camp. I sleep in cars, honestly. Like, that's the only way I can camp. I'll sleep in a car. Ever since I was like
not camping.
13, it's glamping.
Oh, my bad. Well, thanks so much. Guys, follow Mr. Serge on his social media. What is your social media name?
Yeah, 36 Blends. Follow, like, subscribe.
Is that just your Instagram? That's all you have right now?
I have Snapchat too.
He is on his Snapchat. You guys can DM him on Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram is like the best form for a barber. I want to get into TikTok for sure. I just don't know what my name on TikTok is. See, like I rarely use it. I just use it to kill time.
Yeah.
But I do want to get more into it because there's a lot of barbers that have some creative videos. It's pretty funny. I follow this barber on TikTok, and he has this little kid that just comes and talks, like makes it interesting pretty much. But it's pretty cool.
That's cute.
It's growing.
Yeah. I think it's gonna get banned soon, but hop on there
Oh,
while we
yeah.
have it.
That is true.
You might get followers on there.
It's coming. The end is coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Calm down. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on today's episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So
See you on the flip side.
there we go.
I just
Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow on Spotify. And I look forward to chatting with you all on next week's episode. Sincerely.
be.
Love it.